Hello, this is Mr. Rusty. I have a personal goal of getting into better shape, losing some weight, and overall being more healthy. By hook or by crook, I will. Ah! Despite the fact that I was counting calories and doing cardio exercises, I found myself stuck in a window of weight.
And there is a reason why I was stuck in a window of weight back then. And that reason is because I was calculating calories going into my body, and I was calculating the calories that should have been burnt off during cardio exercise. And that's all I calculated. I did not calculate the amount of sugar in the food that I was eating. And I was not calculating the hidden sugars in the food I was eating brought to me by the carbohydrates. I had yet to learn the teachings from Jorge Cruz. I had yet to read up and watch videos of Jorge Cruz and his mentor, Gary Taubes, as well as many other individuals who agree with what they're trying to say. And what they're ultimately trying to say is that it's not just the calories, it's of course the carbohydrates. So I will take you in to how my diet used to be, and I'll use the 100 terminology and calculations found in chapter 3 to show you how my diet used to be and how much sugar I was actually consuming day to day. I would normally start my day with breakfast, and I would have something like this: Carnation Instant Breakfast. It's ready in an instant. You just add some milk, put the packet in to a cup, you stir it around, you chug it down, you're good to go. The packet itself is 108 sugar calories. The recommended amount of milk is 49 sugar calories. But normally I would have 2 cups of milk, so that's 98 sugar calories, added with the 108 sugar calories of the packet. That is a total of 206 sugar calories first thing in the morning with my breakfast. For lunch, I would have soup and sandwiches on a very regular basis. The sandwich would normally be something like tuna fish, or chicken, or maybe turkey. The center of the sandwich would not have to be calculated because all those items are on the freebies list. But what does need to be calculated is the bread. So I'd normally have bread that looks something like this. It is a 9-grain wheat bread, which at the time I thought was a good alternative to the ultra bleached white bread. But even wheat bread will still have some carbohydrates, which will turn into sugar calories. So one slice of bread is equal to 84 sugar calories. I would of course have 2 slices of bread, so that equals 168 sugar calories. And then I would have myself a can of soup, maybe something like this, a chicken noodle soup. That's 25% less sodium, so it must be okay. I guess. That's what I thought. But the can of soup by itself, which I would have zero problem consuming by myself, is 80 sugar calories. The grand total for lunch is 248 sugar calories. For dinner, I would have chicken and rice and everything nice. The chicken itself does not need to be calculated because it is on the freebies list. It has no carbohydrates. But what does have carbohydrates is the shake and bake that I used to add to the chicken. So for a half cut of chicken breast with shake and bake covered all over it is about 45 sugar calories. And with that chicken, with the shake and bake, I would have some peas. I love peas. And I figured since it was a green vegetable, it was perfectly a-okay to eat. And, they're not bad. It's just that 1 cup of peas, which is what I'd normally eat, has 104 sugar calories. And the rice I used to consume would be something like this. A Knorr rice sides packet. 1 cup of rice from something like this, which is what I would eat, would be 376 sugar calories. So for dinner, I would receive a total of 525 sugar calories just from dinner alone. Wow! Now I will calculate the grand total for the day of my old diet. Breakfast, 206 sugar calories. Lunch, 248 sugar calories. Dinner, 525 sugar calories, for a grand total of 979 sugar calories, just shy of 1,000 sugar calories. Back then, I was consuming between 1,500 to 2,000 calories, plus I made sure that I was doing plenty of cardio exercises. I would then plug in those numbers into the free calorie counting site that I was using, and at the very bottom, when I was done, everything was in the green, and it had this happy little message that if every day was like that, for 5 weeks, I would weigh, and they'd give me a number, and that number was a satisfactory weight number, and I would say, okay, cool. 5 weeks would go by, nothing. I would barely lose anything, and I wondered why. Keep in mind that the 100 is called the 100 because the goal is to be at 100 sugar calories or below to ensure that your body is not overloaded with sugar, your blood sugar levels don't spike, and therefore your body is not required to release a whole bunch of insulin, and therefore the insulin will not cause your body to go into fat storage mode. So instead of being in fat storage mode, it is then in fat burning mode, and it is actually processing food as it was meant to process. For breakfast, I don't always feel like eating first thing in the morning, and I think this is partially due to the fact that for years and years I was consuming a liquid first thing in the morning. So solids don't always settle with me first thing in the morning. So for that reason, I actually have been using a product that's, it's not at all mentioned in the book by any means, but I can still follow the guidelines of the book with this. It's Designer Whey. It has 100 calories and just has 18 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber. It has 6 carbs, so you multiply that by 4, and that's 24 sugar calories first thing in the morning, which is nowhere near what it was when I was doing the Carnation Instant Breakfast. For lunch and dinner, I try my best to have half the plate full of freebie list vegetables, and I've been trying to have the piece of protein, whatever that may be, about the size of a deck of cards. I'm going to be honest with you, and earlier when I was following the guidelines, I chose not to follow that, and probably half the plate was meat or protein of some kind, and the vegetable content was nowhere near half the play. So now that I am actually fulfilling the guidelines, I feel that I will have a greater chance of succeeding at my super goal weight. And I am still hoping to disprove Chapter 9. I have a Walkman Shuffle that is full of music, and I even have a couple movies on there as well, so I can listen to music and listen to movies and maybe kind of watch it somehow while jogging or doing some other form of exercise. I know that if I'm able to sort of zone out and really get into the movie or really get into the music, that I won't really even be paying attention to the fact that I'm running far distances. And the movies that are on my Walkman Shuffle are movies that I've seen so many times that I probably really don't even have to look at it. I know exactly what's going on just by the sound. So that's what I've been doing now, and I will let you know when I get closer to my super goal weight, and I'll let you know when I get to my super goal weight and when I surpass my super goal weight. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Best wishes and best luck on your personal fitness goal and diet plans. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.